I want these people to. I want to introduce them as not just fighters, but introduce them as fathers, as sons, as supervisors. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go very in depth, and it's gonna be like something nobody's done. You know?
Not what nobody else is doing, and that's the thing, man. I think we're probably already live, bro.
All right.
But let me set it up. I'm gonna start going live. Let me get this going.
So in no time, I'll be eating the competition, man.
Monday?
In no time, I'll be eating the competition.
No, but bro, like me, I stay on my own lane. Like I know what I can do, and I know what I can, and because of that, I don't sweat nothing. Dude. Like I don't give a. Like the other day, somebody was like, "Hey, man, there's somebody else is doing a podcast here," and I'm like, "Dude, great."
Yeah.
Like, I wish there was 100 people here doing it. Because the fighters need it, man.
Yeah, no. And I was talking about the competition for the project, the movie, the documentaries. You know.
Well, that's for the one you guys filmed, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's the competition.
Hello, everybody. Spider here, the Fight Card Podcast, being joined by MMA-IS-LIFE, John Noriega. Once again, bro, how are you, man?
Pretty damn good.
Hey, man, it's pretty sunny outside, right? I mean, you're ready 24/7, bro, with them shades.
Always, man. It's the look, man. One time, somebody popped up on me, and I didn't have the shades, and they're like, "There's something missing.
Oh, no, yeah. The other day, I know you were saying everybody knows you by him, dude, so for sure, bro. Hey, man, I mean, of course, we're both locally, man, like I had mentioned prior, dude. I didn't get you last week. I know, man, I think I had told you, bro. I mean, I work every day, man, so my days freaking, I forget sometimes when I didn't message you the day before on time. But I didn't get to bring you in, bro, but you've been pretty busy, man.
Yes, sir.
Now, what kind of projects have you been up to, man? It's been 2 weeks, bro, so what you got going on?
I got some cool stuff going on, man, but mainly, I got my project, it's going to be, like, very similar to the UFC countdown shows. It's called Fighting in Home Turf Battle at the Alamo. And exactly what that is I'm going to get footage of 2 fighters that I'm going to feature. And I'm going to follow them around, show their life as a fighter, daddy duties, you know, everything that I want to introduce them as people, you know, as men, as who they are every day, you know, when they're not training. Also, I'm going to get footage of them training for the fight, and I'm going to get the aftermath.
And when you say daddy duties, I mean they're gonna be out there washing dishes, right?
Whatever they're doing, whatever they always do.
Mowing the lawn on Sundays and everything else that comes with it, bro.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I know you were at USA Academy over the weekend, man. How did that go?
It was cool. It was awesome, man. Badass people, very inviting, and I was getting footage for the documentary, and the 2 featured fighters are gonna be my little brother. San Anton's favorite flyweight, Eddie High Def Friday, and it's going to be my boy Zachary Borrego making his pro debut.
You see, in Borrego, I'm hoping to bring him in this week, man. I hit him up yesterday, so hopefully he'll be him. I got 2 other fighters that are going to be hopefully stopping by before Sunday. It's crunch time, man.
And he's looking good. He was at the USA too.
No, yeah, Richard Owens was out there.
Yes, sir. Yeah, they were doing some sparring. I got to see that live.
I saw that and I was like, man, dude. I mean, and it's good for both, man, because I mean, I know Richard Odin's a veteran. I mean, he's been in the sport for years, man. To spar with somebody younger, faster. Yeah, bro. Exactly. So it's definitely going to help him out in his fight. I know I had talked to Borrego when he was here a few weeks back, man. He had said he had actually gone to train with Francis.
Okay.
In Gano. I mean, he had actually trained with him for a while back. And, I mean, it's got to be a good feeling, man. I mean, because, of course, these are people, I mean, look at it now. You know, he's the defending champion. You know, he just fought over the weekend at UFC 270. And, I mean, stuff like that has got to motivate him. You know, he's hungry, he's young. He's coming off a loss, so, of course, he's got to make that up. I know you had talked about that, you know, for a lot of these fighters on the card, man. They're local, and they're looking to get back on that winning streak.
Yes, sir. They're fighting for their redemption.
No, for sure, man. And, I mean, now, you're talking about the documentary. I mean, you're going to be following these 2 guys. Is that going to happen before are you going to be done before the fight, or are you going to be following them after their fight coming up?
Yes, no, it's going to be after, because I plan to get the aftermath too. Win, lose, or draw. I plan to get the aftermath. So it's going to be, I'm looking forward to it.
No, for sure, man. You're going to be out there at the fights, of course, right?
Yes, sir.
And as far as you already get your ticket?
Yes, I got my front tables.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes, it's going to be, Mama's going to be there, Grandma's going to be there, a bunch of the sponsors are going to be there.
Sweet,
it's going to be interesting.
No, for sure, man. I mean, I know one of the things, especially with the fighters, bro, a lot of people, they react differently, I guess, when they see family. My thing, and I've seen it once or twice, man, where a fighter's mentality kind of switches when they're coming to the cage. The last thing I personally want to do is, I guess, hug my, you know what I mean? Like, disturb them or interrupt them when they're walking out there because they're trying to stay zoned in. But I've seen it to where, you know, they make contact with a family member and it's like, oh, Mom, and it's just like, oh, man, like those nerves kick in.
Right.
They get nervous because they don't want to lose in front of family, you know, just stuff like that, bro. But, I mean, your brother looks ready, you know. I mean, he is looking good, bro. I mean, you know.
And he's 3-0 in San Antonio with nothing but finishes, so I think it motivates him.
Yeah, you see, and I mean, he's coming off a loss also, too, man.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
bullshit split decision loss, but lost. Regardless,
and you see, and he's looking he's looking for redemption, like you mentioned, dude. So I mean, definitely looking for a great night of action, man. I mean, this is gonna be for the Fury AFC.
Yes, sir.
And I know the card itself, man. I've been seeing I think Borrego, for example, they've switched out like 4 different opponents.
4 different opponents, bro.
And I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna talk to him when he gets here. Hopefully, he'll make it out here this week, man. But I'm just curious to see how that affects him mentally, man. Because obviously, he's getting ready regardless. But if it's just harder for him to kind of like picture and zoom in somebody like, okay, that's the face I'm gonna punch, you know, but I'm pulling for the guy, man. I mean, he's a big dude, man. I mean, I know
a big dude.
He had talked about, you know, maybe he's trying 170. You know, if he does, that'd be freaking amazing. But he is gonna be fighting 185.
185, pro debut, and I saw him hitting some badass takedowns. You know, everybody takes him for just a karate dude, striker, but he was hitting some sweet takedowns.
No, for sure, man. And I know, I mean, that was the thing when he was coming up to his fight, was his opponent was a grappler. So they were kind of like, man, you know, let's see, it's a striker versus grappler kind of like scene they were going to have.
And he caught him with that front kick. He was dazed, man. That dude Rocha was dazed for a while, but...
No, you see, and that's kind of what... that's when you got to dig deep and pull grit, man, because, I mean... Sometimes some of these guys, I mean, nobody wants to lose, man.
Nobody.
You know, it changes the game when they're fighting and then somebody does get connected. It gives you something. Like, as a fighter, if I tag you and I know you're not going down, I'm thinking, crap, dude. Like, what is it gonna take to finish this dude? Because there's a lot of people out there like that, man. And I mean, once they make it to the big show, a lot of times they don't make it because it's just all they have is toughness. You know, the technique kind of falls off. But, I mean, there's a lot of fighters like that here, you know, in the regional circuit, man. And it's just, it makes for a good fight. So, definitely, I mean, these guys, they got to work on their finishes, you know, the submission finishes, on being able to, you know, have the referee stop the fight just from, you know, tying up the other guy and just wailing on him, you know, just for them to step in and say, hey, that's enough, you know, because, you know, the referee's job's fighter safety first. I mean, I know... You know, when somebody that you know loses like that, I mean, it's unfortunate, but I mean, it is safety first, man. You know, these guys, we want a long career.
They want to fight again, right?
Oh, yeah, they want to come back. I mean, when they're pros, it sucks because it does stay on their record, man. But, you know, I mean, it's just something they got to work on and concentrate on for their next fight, man. Now, I had mentioned earlier, man, I mean, you were actually doing a couple things. I don't know if you want to talk about them in full detail right now, but there was a league that you actually got hit up by, and you're going to be doing a story on this.
Right.
And, I mean, this league, it is, it's kind of like a street beefs, you know, like a backyard fighting or street fighting. I mean, that's what it is, right? I mean, they're just going out there and...
Pretty much. It's MMA rules, but it's kind of not...
It's not in the ring, it's not in the cage. It's
right.
Just, and, I mean, is that locally or is that just in Texas? Can you tell us?
It's Texas. It's called Texas Fighting Championship. Texas Street Fighting Championship, I'm sorry. And they actually, it's pretty interesting, man. They're not just barbarians fighting, because what makes them unique is they actually work together. Every fighter, they have about 10, 15 fighters, and they built the rings. They work together. They promote the events. They're very cool with each other. I was laughing at the post. They were going back and forth. They were building the ring. They were like, man, I'm gonna smash you.
I was gonna say, bro, that's gotta be a first, man, because I mean, it's like, okay, we're gonna work together, but after this, we're gonna beat the shit out of each other. Yeah, man.
So they promote their promotion. As a matter of fact, 2 of the dudes that fought were the 2 owners.
Oh, okay.
So it's very interesting. I'm gonna run the full detail article
for
this
sure.
week.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm saying, man. That way we can definitely hold up, and you know, you can go into detail on that, man, because I mean, it's kind of like what's going on the next card, man. I mean, we've got Salcedo. You know, he's fighting Chris Kanchik, and both the guys train together. Both guys have sparred together, and it's just like now they're stepping in the cage, and now they got to beat each other, man.
Both guys are on my MMA page. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with both of them, yeah.
No, same here, man. I mean, I had Joe Salcedo here a while back. I mean, Chris Kanchik, of course, I've had him.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's one of those things, like, I mean, for me personally, man, I mean, I've been in the game for a minute, and going to some of these fights and seeing two guys that I know fighting each other, and I'm kind of like, damn, dude, like, you know, at the end, I cheer for both, man. I mean, it sucks to see, but, I mean, being regional fighters, bro, of course, they want to make it to the big show. And for the most part, the only thing I will say, man, is it's like when promotions before, man, they've had like local fights. You know, of course, they want to make it cheap, so they get local fighters. I'm not a fan of them putting pro fights against locals, dude. I mean, I am to an extent, but I'd rather they reach out to Austin and Houston, bring somebody else in, only to build them up, you know, because it's, when you're an amateur fighter, I get it. Yeah, you know, fight locally. I mean, you fight the next gym over, you know, and it's just to build up, you know, your credentials, build up your record. And when they go pro, man, I'm a big fan of them cross-training later on, you know. Right. If you beat me and I'm like, crap, I got to work on this. And, hey, you know what, John? I mean, we fought, you know, as an amateur, man, I got a fight coming up. And, you know, you want to work out, man? And, yeah, boom, you know, done. And it's a good thing because, I mean, of course, both of us are going to get better. You know, I mean, it's local, so we don't have to drive across the country or across the state, you know, to get a couple of workouts in. The same, well, shoot, man, Borrego, you know, his boy came in, you know, he comes in and helps him cross-train, man, and I think that's pretty cool, man, because their story was, you know, they used to compete against each other in karate tournaments, and now they're training each other, you know, helping each other out.
I caught that episode, man. That was a badass episode.
Yes, bro. I was surprised because I didn't know a lot to begin with about the guys as far as what they've done or where they came from, you know, from their upbringing. But I learned a lot, man. I was like, damn, I was amazed, dude, because it's kind of like I was saying, you know, it's like if you start off in the smaller leagues and when you get to the big show, it's happening now. You know, the guys from BTT going to Ambush, they're coming out here, they're going to USA, and everybody's just helping each other get better, especially in the MMA scene. You know, you have to, man. I mean, because, you know, you're only as good as what's around you. You know, you add more tools, you get more defensive when it comes to mixed martial arts, you know, the fights and whatnot. But, I mean, as far as locally, man, I mean, this card, the UFC card, I mean, I know the Legacy Fury card. Fury. I'm all over the place, man. But the Fury card coming up, man, I mean, it's looking good. I know Odoms is on there. His opponent's actually a teammate of Joe Salcedo out there. And both guys are huge, man. They're both coming in with a loss. You know, Odoms being the local guy, of course, I always root for the locals. Right. Only because I feel like they have a better, you know, they get more crowd support. They get to sleep in their bed and leave that day. You know, for me, it just seems a little bit more comfortable. You know, so I always say that they probably have the upper hand when it comes to fights. But I'm gonna be there, man. I'm gonna be watching. It's gonna be one of those that I want to watch, but I hate to watch. You know, because I mean, I'm cheering for everybody, and it's just, you know, we'll see, man. I mean, they're out there to test themselves, so we'll see where that takes them, dude.
Well, the cool thing about the opponent, I'm sorry, that's fighting my brother, he's coming from New Mexico.
Oh, the new one that they brought in, right?
Yes.
Because, nice.
El Fuego, Victor Gonzalez, El Fuego.
Damn.
El Fuego. He's coming from New Mexico. So that's going to be pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be, he's coming into hostile territory.
Do you know what gym he's coming out
of? Strong Style.
Oh, okay. I was going to say Jackson Wink or what, bro? Mm. No, but I mean, that's opportunity, man. I mean, I know, there's been a few, and especially with Fury, man, they've been bringing a lot of fighters from outside the state, and I think that's a good thing because it gives the local fighters or the Texas fighters an opportunity to see what's out there because not everybody's the same. You know, everybody trains in mixed martial arts, but you got guys that are more defensive, more offensive. I mean, they got a longer reach. Have you looked up your brother's opponent?
Oh, yes.
What's the height difference, the reach? Have you looked into that?
He's a long, lengthy dude. But my brother's, he's a shorty, man. He's always going to be at a height disadvantage. But I can see my brother doing some cool stuff. I tell my brother that, you know, I joke around a lot. You know, he's the victim, and he is. But at the end of the day, he's on a 3-fight slump. So I told my brother, he's not going to come to New Mexico to lose, brother. Yeah. So you're going to have to make him lose, you know. So just, don't let the streak. Don't underestimate him. And he's not. But it's gonna suck for him. Coming all the way from New Mexico.
Send them back home with the loss, huh?
Right. So so it's gonna be tough to do.
Well, you can at least buy the guy a beer after the fight, man. Hey, man, safe travels, dude.
And the cool thing is that all his losses come from ground and pound, and that's where my brother thrives at.
Oh, nice. Damn. Okay, that's interesting.
That's interesting. But he is taller and way more lengthier than him.
No, for sure. Your brother's gonna have to go in deep and freaking do what he does, man. Because it shows, man. Because a lot of times, back in the day when we were sparring, at the gym and going and working out, and we used to get those long guys, man. I mean, they were my weight, at that time, like 145, 150. And taller, longer arms, and I ain't gonna lie, dude, that shit was a bitch, bro. Like you couldn't get in, you couldn't get past the jab, and it's like that's when your footwork, your speed, your combos gotta take part to work your way in, man. But I mean, if you don't practice it, man, it's a bitch, bro, because it's hard, man. I mean, it looks simple, but it's like if the guy, there's people that had lost due to jabs just because they get taken apart and they give up because they get frustrated.
Cost check.
Yes, bro.
Remember, he just kind of damaged the eye.
And it's one of those tools that a lot of people don't utilize. But if you know how to use it properly, man, like, bro, it'll win you many fights, especially on your way up. But I'm pulling for your brother, man. I'm hoping, if anything, he stays healthy after the fight, and because of course, he's got a job, he's got a family, he's got to look out for, man. But
right.
It's gonna be a good fight, man. Now. You were at the USA gym. This was Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
And how long did you stay out there?
The whole session, and I'm going to do the same next Saturday. But next Saturday, I'm going to go a little earlier, and I'm going to catch my brother doing the coaching the kids.
Oh, nice.
Because all that's going to be footage, to show who my brother is. He's not just a fighter. He's a coach. He's loved. He's loved by San Antonio. He's loved by a bunch of kids, students.
He was actually in the news.
Yes,
locally,
sir.
Man. I know I watched it, and I was like, man, I didn't realize he was bilingual. I mean, I know he spoke Spanish, but I was like, he did good, man. Yeah. It was a good interview. I mean, it was a good backdrop as far as showing him the same thing, working out, training, and Borrego got the same treatment, man. He actually came out in the news, man. So that was pretty dope. I like seeing stuff like that, man, because it gets overlooked a lot. I mean, I know mixed martial arts is still being seen as a brutal sport, and that's freaking guys just going in there, but there's technique to it. I mean, of course. Both guys trying to match up and punch each other in the face looks pretty bad, but at the end, I mean, there's a lot of technique, man, and it's just, everybody wants to make it to the big show, man, so It's got to happen, man.
And they're regular guys, man. They're fathers, their sons, their brothers, their sisters, and that's what I want to do. I want to introduce that part of them in my project,
No, for sure. I know we had Palacios here the other day, Adrian Palacios, man, and the guy works, I think he works at a health clinic, but he was going to school. I mean, so he's a young guy, man, and I mean, of course, the best thing he can do is go to school, prepare for his future, man, because even if he pursues fighting, he's going to be making his pro debut also, man, so that's going to be interesting, and he's a tall dude, man, he's a big dude, man. I'm kind of, I know he keeps posting, he's hungry, man, and I mean, literally, like he's cutting down on his calories and carbs, and it's gotta suck, dude. But I mean, that's the part of the mental game.
Right.
They get past that. Once they weigh in, they can go eat, man. I'm curious to see what he's gonna go eat. I'm gonna hit him up and ask him to see what his dish of choice is after a weigh-in, man.
Right.
Where does your brother go, man? Do you know?
What's that?
Like, where does he go eat after weigh-ins?
That fucker can eat whatever he wants, man. But I think his go-to is the wings, buffalo wings.
Oh, okay, nice, man. You see, and the reason I'm asking is because a lot of times I know the weigh-ins, and I get it. I know why they do it, but it's kind of funny that they always have them at a restaurant, because everybody's starving, smelling food, and they're like, fuck, and they got to wait till the state comes in, till they do the paperwork, get the official weigh-ins, and then they go eat, but it's just, I mean, I'm out there myself, and I'm thinking, shit, I'm hungry, bro, like, I know the last time Fury was here, the weigh-ins happened pretty quick, man. They just kind of drove him in and flew him out, it happened early in the day. I don't think it was open to the public.
That's just what I was going to ask you.
Yeah,
was it open?
Because I know when I had seen it, I was working, so I wouldn't have been able to go, but the last thing I remember is just people posting pictures of them already weighing in. I was like, oh, damn. Like, they just kind of made it quick. One of the things, especially with Fury, man, or any fight on the UFC Fight Pass, any promotion, should I say, it's they're quick. As soon as the guy's done, the other people are already coming out, bro. Right. And it's kind of like one of those things that they don't get much chance to celebrate. They gotta leave the area and head out outside or up front. But they happen quick, man. And it's just when I went, it was actually the last fight, and I was barely coming in when Chris Kunchik had unfortunately lost. I mean, he lost at Cowboys. And I just see him leaving. I didn't even know he had lost. I had asked somebody, and they were like, "Oh yeah, the other guy won." And I was like, "Oh damn!" But as soon as I was setting up, they bring in Joe Salcedo and his opponent, and I'm thinking like, "Damn, dude, like I didn't even have time to set up, bro." Like it was pretty quick, but it's good, man. I mean, it's on UFC Fight Pass. Are you a subscriber?
I got the Fire Stick, the illegal one. Yeah. So I gotta give me the Fight Pass.
No, yeah, because I have it, man. I don't even know how much it charged, bro.
It's honestly. Like $10 a month.
Yeah, because it comes out of my direct, so I don't even pay attention to it.
But I gotta give me that, man.
It's good, bro. Like I know, past weekend I saw the LFA event that happened, and a couple of good fights that came out on that. The Masvidal, they had their first Icon FC, and that card got chopped up, bro. Like they lost fighters. They lost one of the fighters to the UFC.
Okay.
They got picked up before he even. So that was good for him, and the fact that they're. I mean, I don't think they need permission. I don't know if it's on a contract that they can just pick them up because they're on the UFC Fight Pass.
They kind of work together, right?
Yeah, because that's the bigger show, So it happens. I know it happened with Fury on one of their cards in Colorado. They lost the main event. He got picked up by the UFC, and it's good, man. It sucks because they get pulled from their fight, but it's good for them, man, because they get that opportunity, man.
Speaking of which, man, I don't know if you heard, but Rain Guerrero, she lost another opponent. But this girl just vanished. Nobody knows where she's at. She not even, from what I hear, not even her coach knows. It's just like she just booked it, man.
Wow.
So unfortunately, we're not gonna get to see her February 6th.
Oh, she's not on that card.
She was on the card. She was gonna come back home, whoop some ass, and she just posted yesterday that her opponent just vanished.
Oh man, I didn't see that, man.
And this is like the fourth time maybe that it's happened. Not in a row, but
damn. Who was the opponent? Do you know?
No.
I mean, I'm not gonna say the name, but that sucks. I mean, unfortunately, It's just. But it's not for everybody, man. I mean, I will say this, man, because even as an amateur fighter, a lot of times they pull because of work, or they pull because, and it's just, they're not getting paid for this, man. I mean, of course, they want that opportunity. Of course, it sucks that they have to bail, but it's just, that's kind of when you got to go home and think, like, okay, do I really want to do this? Is it worth me losing a day's work, or whatever the case may be, But when it comes to being a pro, man, that's kind of shitty, dude. Bro. Yeah, like that's... I mean, you're still not making money, UFC money, but, as a professional, you want to be professional. You want to be able to weigh in on time. You want to be able to weigh in correctly, But that sucks, man. I mean, I was looking forward to it, and I was going to ask you when I talked to her, man.
Yes, sir. And she's the number 4th ranked fighter in Texas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, there has to be a point where she has to get some kind of, maybe a contender series shot, something.
After this one, bro, I don't see why not. Because it's just, I mean, I know she's got one loss. I interviewed one of her past opponents the other day, man, and I didn't even know they had fought. But it's, how can I say it, man? I mean, they're out there testing themselves, so of course they're going to lose, they're going to win. But the fact that she is ranked here in the state, I mean, that says a lot, dude.
Yes.
But that sucks to hear, bro. I mean, hopefully, when it comes to fighters, I mean, it does happen. I know, like I mentioned, the Icon FC, man, they had their first, I guess Masvidal ended up buying that promotion, and that this was his first showing under his name. But it just, I mean, I think it was only like 6 fights in that card, bro.
Wow.
And it was just, they lost a lot. I know they were looking for fighters. I kept posting on my group page just because opportunity, man,
right.
And it's just, they were paying, so but I mean, still, you gotta go across state and freaking go to Florida, fly out there, of course, But
your corners, everybody.
Yeah. So it kind of gets to that point to where it's like, man, I mean, you're basically going to fight for it by yourself, You gotta find a corner person out there or whatever. But yeah, man, that happened. The Legacy fight, of course, happened. The UFC card, I know you don't want to talk about it, man. You lost one of the.
How did you see the Brandon Moreno and Figgy fight, man?
Man, because I am a fan. I saw Moreno winning.
I had it 4-1 Moreno.
Yeah, well, you see, and that's kind of, and I haven't gone back because I know I messaged you about it, and I haven't seen it again with the volume off, because I like to go back and do that just because you get away from the crowd, you get away, and it's just you see who connected, you see who, and I'm gonna watch it and give you another my take on that, man, because I'm gonna watch it without the volume and see. But it was a good fight, man. I mean, I liked it because it was back and forth. It was entertaining. Moreno, you could tell. I mean, he was pulling in deep, bro. Like, he didn't want to lose, man. And that's, of course, nobody does. I'll ask you this, man. Do you think they're gonna fight again?
I think it'll be the first fight that they do the fourth fight. I don't know about back to back, but
I was gonna ask you, yeah, but is it gonna be back to back? Because at this point, man, I would rather see Figgy defend the belt with somebody else. Moreno get a top 5. Moreno wins and throw him back in there.
Okay.
Whoever the title holder is. But yeah, man, it's got to be one of those, because I mean, fighting a guy for the fourth time, dude, it gets pretty old, man. It's just I wouldn't want to see that again personally, man. But I would love to see him get another opportunity. But I would like to see somebody else get an opportunity. So get another top 5, to fight for the belt. Moreno against another top 5 contender, and Moreno wins. He fights whoever, throw him back in there, man. But I mean, they were humble at the end. I mean, they're both, I mean, it was, the judges picked it that way, and that's what it is, man. It's on paper.
Right. I mean, I thought even the corner was freaked out. Henry Cejudo, Figgy's corner, they were shocked, man. I was shocked. I was shocked.
And I mean, of course, you put some money on this.
Yes, I did.
How much money, bro? Can you say?
I lost 3 bills.
Oh, okay. Damn. And how did the rest of the card go in your favor, man?
I hit. Well, Matt Favola hit for me. The steamroller. Everybody else, I didn't put money on that I got.
Okay.
But last week I was on fire, man. I got Kelvin Cater.
Yeah.
He was like a 200 underdog, and I was like, he's gonna break him down. He's gonna break him down.
Sure
I didn't bet though.
Oh, no kidding, bro. Damn. Well, you see, and it's one of those, like, I mean, like on that fight, I think I had even told Aaron, I was picking Moreno, but I was just like, man, I wouldn't bet on it. It was one of those tough ones for me to pick, because I was like, damn, they're both coming back hungry. They're both, they've held the title. Moreno was coming in defending his title, but Figgy was a former champion, so it's just like, damn, it was hard for me to actually be that confident and say, okay, you know what? Because they're pretty much evenly matched, man, when it comes to fighting, dude. And they both complement each other when it comes to MMA. I mean, it's just, I mean, we'll see, man. I'm gonna watch it, like I said, without the volume, dude. So I'll give you my 2 cents on that. Now, let me ask you, bro. The article, man. You said you haven't written anything lately.
For Fight Bananas.
Right. Oh, okay. But you have written for yourself.
Oh, MMA-IS-LIFE. Oh, I've been covering the Fury FC upcoming February 6th. I've been writing a lot of cool articles,
And you still haven't got your blog, bro. What's going on, man?
Oh, I've been so busy. I got a lot of interviews scheduled, but I know that's very important,
Yes, I mean, that's what I was telling you, man. When it comes to track record, I mean, of course, the YouTube brothers made $1 million on YouTube, doing YouTube basically, man. And there's others out there, bro. I know there's a kid in England or something I was reading, and he's making billions, bro, in NFT, but he's making, I mean, I'm over here working for nickels and dimes, these kids are making money, but I mean, I'm not going to hate on it. I wish I would have jumped on it sooner, man, but it's just one of those things that, you don't really think about, man. But I mean, everything's technology. It's been technology for the past 8-10 years, man, and that's kind of where YouTube kind of took off.
Right.
I mean, recently I know Jake Paul had posted about wanting to fight in the UFC, and Khabib actually told him, man, he could fight for Eagle FC, man. His response, of course, Jake Paul was saying he'd do it if he were to fight Khabib.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what, man? I mean, it kind of goes back to what Dana White was saying, man. He's fighting people that aren't on this level just to kind of, build clout or build a little buzz. But I mean, I wouldn't want to see him fight Khabib, man. I mean, that's. Khabib would murder him.
I would think. Just for that.
Yeah.
Just to see him get choked out.
You see, but it's, it's kind of, he's got money, obviously, so he's actually buying his way into shit, dude. And I get it. I mean, if I had money, I'd probably, I'd have my own table at Red Lobster, bro. I mean, it'd be that good, right? But yeah, man. But he's just buying his way into a lot of sports, bro. And I mean, I'll give him that. It is his money, so more power to him. But it's just, I kind of feel like, hey, you know what? He's taking opportunities from the next guy that's coming in. It's just like let it be, man. There's a ranking system for a reason. These guys. I mean, if Jake Paul wanted to fight in the UFC, I would say, okay, you know what? Get him in a 4-fight contract. Make him fight 2 guys that aren't on the 20, or on the top 15. If he wins those 2, put him against the top 50, top 5 contender, 15 contender. If he wins that one, then okay, man. But put him through the ringer.
Right.
Don't just give him the top dog and let him, buy his way in, man. I mean, I haven't paid for any of their fights. I mean, I'm not, but some people are. So obviously, they're making.
More power to them.
Yeah. I mean, they're doing what they're doing, man. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that, bro.
Me neither.
I just I wish these people would go through the ringer, man. Just put them, let them build their way up, dude. I mean, they're training, of course. They don't work, so all they do is train. But yeah, man. But I mean, back to this Texas street fighting, dude. Were they local? Did you say, or they're just? Can you just say they're in the state of Texas?
Yes, and they go all over Texas. And actually, Sunday was their very first event, and they do everything very private. You have to get invited, and not only that, everybody gets the address on the day of the fight.
Oh, nice.
So nobody knows where it's at.
And it's only the fighters that are showing up, right? There's no fans.
There's crowds.
Oh, really?
And it's pretty cool. I mean, they just say, come, bring your own beer, bring your own bud, whatever, smoke on. Just no hardcore drugs and no trouble, no picking fights.
You see, and the thing with that, man, because of course, Kimbo Slice, of course, back in the day, I mean, fighting bouncers and fighting freaking, the manager at Home Depot and shit, he's fighting everybody, bro. But I mean, he made a name for himself that way. Street Beefs, of course, been going on for a minute. They got their own outdoor venue. They're fighting, But I mean, but this stuff, I've been following Bare Knuckle. I'm not a huge fan of it when it comes to but in Ireland, bro, out there in England. I mean, I've been watching that stuff for years, man, and it's brutal, man. I mean, people, like you said, last minute they show up in the parking lot, everybody parks, and they just form a circle, and boom, they go at it. And I mean, it's brutal, man. I mean, my only take with that is fighter safety, bro. Like, it kind of reminds me, especially if it's at that level where back in the day, hanging out with my boys, and one of us, we get into an altercation, and one of them gets beat the hell up because we were doing something stupid. The fear of taking them to the hospital because now we got to answer questions kind of goes into like, well, what happened? Oh, well, you know what I mean? So, but I mean, I'm hoping these guys, something bad does happen, they react quick and take their fighters to the emergency room or the doctor, hospital. But I mean, that's my only take on it, man. It's fighter safety, dude. I mean,
another cool thing is though, they have amateur rules. There's no knees, no elbows.
Okay.
Just in the championship fights, there's knees and elbows.
And of course, they're using 4-ounce gloves.
4-ounce gloves.
Damn, that's pretty dope, man.
So like I said, they're not like barbarians. They're just trying to promote more, give more chances for the amateur fighters.
No, you see, and it's happened because a lot of fighters started with bare knuckle, especially here in Texas, man. I mean, it's been going on for a minute. Back in the day, before they allowed close fists or 4-ounce, anything under 8-ounce gloves, I think it was, they were doing open hand. So open hand strikes to the face. I mean, people were like, man, you're slapping each other. But, man, those palm strikes hurt like a bitch, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Like, we sparred with that, bro. And then, I mean, getting clocked, you're like, fuck, I'd rather get hit by a fist, bro. Because at least you feel the bone with the palm strike. It, like, echoes. Like, goes to the back of your head, dude. It's weird. But yeah, I mean, it was going on, man. I mean, these guys like Pete Spratt started like that. Nate the Ghost Gonzalez. There's a lot of people here in Texas that started like that. Of course, the pioneer of MMA, as we say. But back in the day, bro, we were going to Corpus, Battle at the Beach. We were doing this on grappling, on wrestling mats. I think before Sal Solis had opened. Well, he already had Renegades Fighting Championship, but he actually had the first cage, bro, and that's when everybody was going crazy because they wanted to fight in the cage. It was, that was one of the goals, man. But back then it was like boxing ring. It was just it was all over the place, man. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday or this morning. I don't even remember, bro. But I posted this picture, man. It was in 2010. I was here locally, and I was covering a seminar. I covered 2 seminars, and they were having the Hunters Extravaganza at the Alamo Dome.
Okay.
And like months prior to that, there was an event called Alamo Showdown by this guy, Randy Galindo, right, the promoter. And so I had the media pass, and they had Alamo Showdown. They had the, so I was like, man, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna see if I can get in. So I went to the venue. I got off. I go to the front, and I have a camera. And the lady up front, and she's like, yeah, can I help you? And I said, yes, ma'am. I said, I want you to get permission to cover the event. I said, I'm media. I know you have a fighter here. I'm trying to. And she's like, oh, you're media? And she's like, oh, yeah, come in. And I was like, okay. So I went in, right? And she gives me a bracelet, and I was like, oh, crap, dude. So I went in there, and I see Matt Hughes, because he was doing an appearance for one of his sponsors, man. And I remember waiting in line, and there was like 8-10 people when I got there. And this little old lady, bro, was in front of me, and I was like, the heck? I was like, maybe she's saving a spot, So I'm there, and the line's moving. And she turns over, and she was like, do you know who this is? And I was like, yeah. I said, that's Matt Hughes. And she's like, yeah, but who is he? I just saw a line. I just figured I'd get his autograph. And I was like, oh, ma'am. I said, ma'am, he fights in the UFC. And she was like, in the what? Like a wrestler? And I was like, well, he is a wrestler. I said, but it's a mixed martial arts. It's a combat fight. And she's like, oh, well, I want you to get it for my grandson. And I said, you know what? Take a picture with him. I said, I'm sure he'll appreciate that,
right.
But yeah, he went in there, and I was next in line, so I saw Matt Hughes, and I said, hey, man. I said, how's it going, bro? I said, hey, by the way, because they were having a team training right at South San Antonio on I-10. I forgot the little town. But Peace Brow was going to be there. Pablo Natello was going to be there. Aaron Rosa was in the UFC. He was going to be there training. And I told him, I said, hey, man, we got Peace Brow and some guys sparring later today, man. I don't know if you can make it out there. And he was like, oh, damn, where at? And I said, well, it's like 40 minutes outside San Antonio, man. And he was like, oh, well, when is it going to be there? And I said, by 11:30 or 12 o'clock. And he was like, oh, man, I got to be here till 4, man. But it looked like he wanted to go, And he was just like, man, yeah, I can't make it, And I said, damn. I said, well, no problem, dude. I got an interview with him with the video, and I ended up losing that phone, bro. I never posted that. It was just like quick, but I was just like, hey. But it was, that day, man. I did like 4 different things, bro. I did 2 seminars. I went to that appearance, and then I went to the guys out there to go spar, take some photos and stuff, man. And it's stuff like that, I didn't get paid for, man. It was just because I wanted to do it and I was able to. But I enjoyed it, man. It's just opportunities like that, man. I mean, it's going to come, dude. I mean, yourself. You've been doing media for a minute now, man. And, I mean, it's going to come to where, all these big fighters coming in, man. Just get an appearance, go out there and cover it, get a few questions in. I will say this, man. If it happens, you got to do it quick, bro. Because they'll chew you off and keep going, But I definitely just tell them, like, hey, dude, can you plug me in or get something out of it, But yeah, man. Have you met anybody because of the fights? I mean, since you've been doing this?
No, not since. But I've met Cowboy, Leonard Garcia.
The
WEC, right? You were saying?
Right.
Yeah, man.
Cain Velasquez. He did an appearance in New Braunfels.
I was there.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, I was in the back with Cain Velasquez. I was taking pictures.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, bro. I was out there, man.
I remember Eddie's oldest son. He was like 4 years old back then, 5 years old, and he would see him. He just knew the name Cain Velasquez. So when we get up there, he's like, Cain, look what I could do. He starts doing push-ups.
Oh, shit.
And so Cain's just like freaking out, because he's like 4 or 5 years old. Everybody's just like, yo. And right now, he's Eddie Jr. Right now, he's a beast in jiu-jitsu, man. He competes.
No, yeah, I know Eddie had posted pictures of him.
Okay.
And that's, yeah, bro.
Well, that was him when he was 4 years old doing push-ups for Cain
Man,
Velasquez.
I gotta look at those pictures, man, because they're on the Texas Fighting page. I don't know if you ever saw them posted up there.
No.
I'll go through them, dude, because I know back then, even now, I just posted them on Facebook. I mean, I never sold them. It's just, if you see yourself, just tag it and share the page and
sure.
And use it, man. I mean, that's what they're for. But yeah, man, but the people from MMA Overload, man, they had hit me up, see if I could go out there. I was like, hell yeah, dude. I took there was this gas station, dude, I used to go to, and they had a big old, when Cain Velasquez I forgot who he was fighting. But it was a big old cardboard like poster of the fight, right? And I told the guy, I said, hey, bro, what are you going to do with it? And he's like, we'll probably throw it away. And I said, man, let me have it, bro.
Hell yeah.
So I grabbed it. I took it with me that day. But, dude, there were so many people, bro. Like, I parked far, man. And I didn't bring it out because I was like, let me go. But I didn't get it autographed, dude. I was hoping, man. I was like, but I think did a photo. I did he autographed the banner, my other Texas Fighting banner, and but it was fun, dude. The only thing with that, bro, is his manager was there and his wife was there, and he was like, let me just sign everything and keep going, and the wife was like, no, put your name. What's your name? Put his name, because she didn't want them to sell this stuff on eBay.
Okay.
And I was just like, dude, she was holding up the line, bro. Like, I mean, that line could have moved a lot faster, man. And because of her or Kane, like, they'd be like, oh, my name's John. And he's like, John. No, it's Jon. So he's having to do it again, you know. And I was just like, dude, let's go. Like, I know there was 2 lines. One, if you didn't buy shirts, you had to wait in the other line.
I remember that, yeah.
Did you buy shirts?
I bought shirts.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because the other line, I don't even think it moved.
Right.
I think it stayed the same, and at the end, I was still there, and I ended up, one of my boys from Austin was there, and he was like, hey, dude, and I was like, dude, come over here, bro, and he was like, hey, man, I didn't even get to meet Kane, and I said, Kane, I called him over, and he was just like, oh, crap, dude, like, you know, I wish I could have done that for everybody, man, but, I mean, people were leaving and stuff, dude, but he was just like, oh, man, like, yeah, bro, appreciate that, and, you know, I was like, hell, dude, I was back there hanging out with him, dude, he was real shy. Like,
I hear that a lot, yeah.
And like when the line was going on, bro, like there was girls that were like, oh, Kane, I love you, and he's like, thank you. You know, like, he didn't even know how to react.
He's a gentle giant,
I'm
man.
pretty sure because his wife was there too, you know. But it was just it was awkward, man. But it was a good time. That I loved it, man. I mean, that was one of those opportunities I got where, I mean, you don't think about it till you're in line waiting for it, and you're like, crap, dude, like I should be back there. And it's happened to me twice. When the UFC came with Alex Hernandez, I didn't get a media pass. I went to the weigh-ins, to the appearance, you know, the little public, you know, thing they had, bro, and I didn't go to the. I don't know what happened. I gave the tickets away. I don't know what happened. I think I had to do something. But that was one of those times, and I hated it, dude, because I was like, dude, I'm on the wrong fucking side of the barrier, bro. Like, I was on there, you know, and I was like, actually, I got to be out there, man. But, you know, it happens, man. I mean, it's just, you know, with the UFC, I mean, I hadn't been doing media for a minute, so I knew I didn't have my numbers up. But, that, I mean, that's what I was telling you, man. That's what they look at, bro. I mean, when you get to the bigger shows, and it's like, you might have, like, 20,000 people on Facebook, but if you don't have the statistics, you know, the freaking following as far as when it comes to like internet, you know, YouTube or freaking whatever, bro, your website. I mean, those are the numbers they look at, man.
Okay.
So that's why I'm keep telling you, bro. It's already been like 3 months, bro. You could have had something.
Hey,
you know,
yeah,
but definitely, man, get that going, dude. I mean, it's going to be for your own good because it'll benefit you in the future.
Is. I appreciate it.
No problem. Now on this one, I mean, of course, you're saying you bought a table, right, for the fight?
Yes, sir. We're gonna be right there in the front row.
How many people sit on there?
8 people.
Man, let me know if I can sit on your lap, bro. That way I can watch it. That way I can watch the fights too, bro.
As a matter of fact, we're like at 6 people, man. We need 2 more people. Shit.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, man. And where is it at? I mean, I know it's around the cage, but more or less like where, man? Do you know?
About that, I don't know. But I know the tables are right there, right in the front, and like we're like at 6 people, so we're trying to get the 7 and 8.
Okay, and what's the payout? What are you looking at?
$100 each.
That's not bad.
Yeah, because they're 800, but when you break it down, it's $100 per person.
Nice, bro. And of course, you got mom, grandma,
the wife. You know, it's gonna be.
The kids aren't. His kids aren't going.
No.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say that's a lot of tickets, bro. I'd be like, y'all stay home, man. No, but I mean, yeah, I don't think you want to see them.
Well, they were here last time, and when my brother got the 10-second knockout, 2 of them were there.
Oh, they got to see that.
Yeah, they got to see that.
What did they say about that?
They were screaming, jumping up, because I mean they've been watching UFC since they were 2 years old.
They didn't start doing push-ups, right?
No.
I was gonna say, man, because I can't even do one right now, bro. If I fall down, then
you're
gonna have to roll me over till I get up later. But yeah, man. I mean, of course, the MMA-IS-LIFE, man. We talked about it. I mean, that is your project. That's your dream right now. You know, you're living it.
Yes, sir.
What else have you done with it, man? What have you been adding to it?
Okay, well, I'm trying to learn the edit and video content.
Right.
For my project, so I'm gonna start making documentaries. You know, I plan to make Battle at the Alamo a series, like a WrestleMania. You know, every time they come to San Antonio, it's Battle at the Alamo 2, 3, 4. You know, I want to start something. You know, and like I said earlier, I want to introduce these fighters. You know, as people, as men, as women. You know, not just fighters.
So when it comes to, I mean, I know you're gonna learn this stuff yourself.
Well, I got a guy that I'm working with right now, but I'm paying him to teach me everything he knows because nobody has your vision. You know what I'm saying, that you want to do.
Oh yeah, bro, and it gets complicated because it's just like if I tell you like, hey man, I want this picture, this your creative differences are gonna be, I'm gonna be on that side or I'm gonna be, you know what I mean. So yeah, it makes a difference, bro, because. Right. I mean, I've tried it myself with Texas Fighting, where we had people come in and we never got anything, bro. They were just basically hanging out, and I'm like, dude, like, that's not the way it works, man. Like, I mean, if that was the case, I'd buy you a ticket, go sit down, I mean, it just took a spot from somebody else doing photos or doing video or doing something.
Right.
But yeah, man, it's just one of those things, man. I mean, I've been able to, do it for a couple of years. My boy Chris Lopez, man. I mean, of course, the guy moved to another state, so he got away from the Texas Fighting. But, I still use the page, man. I mean, the website's still up there. Like I mentioned earlier, it still has some juice on it, dude, like he was saying. And it's just like 12 plus years of, networking, man. And that's what I was telling you, man. That's kind of what people look at, and I didn't even think about it. I don't think I'm going to use that for the next UFC fight. That way they can track that up because...
That'd be badass, man.
Yeah, man, because it's got its hits, bro. And that's kind of it's just like the history book, If they log in, MMA-IS-LIFE, and they see like, oh man, this guy's been at it for like 10 years, and oh shit, you know what I mean? Like, they see the traffic that comes with it, man, and it's just like a lot of sponsors kind of look at that too, man. Okay. I mean, at least the good ones, they kind of like, hey, well, what has he been doing? Like, it's just, if I go up to you and I'm like, hey, I'll put your logo on the back of my shirt, $1,000. I mean, you expect something out of it, You're not just gonna be like, okay, like. If that's the case, I'll wear my own freaking shirt. I don't have to pay for it, man. But it's good, man. I mean, of course, you haven't made any shirts, right? You said you were making some.
No, I guess the project just kind of overtook everything.
No, I can imagine, bro. I mean, it's hard, especially when you're doing everything yourself.
Yes, sir.
I know exactly how that feels, man. But when you get the shirts, man, definitely, I'll buy one, dude. I'm definitely looking to put one up, and so if I ever rob a bank or something, I'll put it on, bro. You'll get some hits. You'll get some hits, bro. No, man, but I mean, what else is going on, man? I mean, I know that last time I had talked to you making some MMA-IS-LIFE sunglasses. Have you looked into that?
No.
Now, I mean, you've been busy, of course, but you're thinking about that, man.
I'm definitely thinking.
Dude, I saw the other day, and there's a couple of companies on there. You can literally do that. You can go and you can put your logo and get stuff going. But I think that'd be pretty dope, dude, just to get it out there. Because like you said, I mean, people see you without him. They're like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
They pull that McGregor. Who the fuck is this guy?
Who the fuck is this guy?
Man, now, the UFC fight, man. Let's talk about the main event, bro. How did you see the fight? I mean, of course, Francis ended up winning. But what was some of the things that you noticed that...
His wrestling, man. And, well, I didn't expect that... to be that good, but Kamaru was in his corner, so
No, yeah, bro, and that's one thing. When I saw that they were both training together, I was like, dude, I bet you he's working on that, man. Because I mean, that's his for Kamaru, man. That's his freaking bread and butter, man. I mean, that's he wrestled for years, so of course, I was excited to see that only because before everybody kept saying like he's just gonna stand there and freaking rock him, sock him, and I mean the guy can move. He's a big guy. I mean. They were saying Cyril Gane, of course, he was a better fighter when it came to moves, and he does move like a freaking lightweight, dude. I mean, he's out there, changing level, changing pace, footwork.
I bought into it, man. I thought he was gonna beat Francis.
I think I told Aaron too, man. Like I saw Francis winning it only because I was like, you know what, man, he was going in there with nothing to lose. Like his contract. And I'll talk more about this, but his contract, I was like, you know what? If he loses, that's it. If he wins, at least he can walk away with the belt and be like. But it turns out that as a heavyweight champion, if you fight at the end of your contract, you have a year by contract to fight again.
Which he's willing to sit out. That's scary.
Yeah. Well, you see, and just this morning, bro, they were saying about the UFC suing him.
Okay.
Because supposedly his manager was talking to Jake Paul's boxing manager about getting him a fight. And that is illegal, man. You can't discuss fighting outside the promotion until after you leave the promotion. So they're suing Francis, dude. I mean, I don't know for what amount or what, but that sucks, man.
Yeah, when you don't get along with your heavyweight champion, that sucks.
I know, man. And you know what? And they talk about Dana White didn't even, put the belt on him. He didn't even show up to the freaking conference. He didn't... You know, that's a sore loser, man. I mean, of course, there's politics and there's money involved, and you know, but he shouldn't even. It's just like they were saying, like, for the owner for the Cowboys, man. He's out there being the coach. He's the owner, man. You know what? Just get out of here, man. Like, he's got no, you know, that's kind of Dana White. Dana White, who cares? You know, he's making his money. You don't have to like it or hate it. You know, it's just let the business do the business, and you do what you got to do, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other one I wanted to talk about too, man, was the contract with The Rock, man. I don't know if you heard about that with Under Armour. The Rock supposedly, I mean, well, he's got his own like shoe line, I guess. But he jumped in as an investor, you know, with the UFC, man. So he's going to be rubbing elbows with the fighters and the promotion, of course. But what do you think about that, man? I mean, as far as like the The Rock getting involved with something like that, man.
I think that's smart as hell. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Mixed martial arts is it's the next big thing, man. You know, it's going to overtake soccer. It's going to overtake football. So I think that's a cool move, man. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, and I was reading into it, and I thought at first it was Under Armour, and it is in a way because but I guess The Rock is paying probably license fee to kind of do his own. You know, they're making him his shoe, and he's just, you know, promoting it. So, but yeah, man. I mean, I thought that was pretty cool, man. I mean, it kind of like when Reebok was sponsoring the UFC, and they were making the uniforms, and they were making the shirts, and bro, I never saw anybody wearing that shit, bro.
Never.
Only to the fights.
Yeah.
So nobody gave a shit. Nobody was buying their shit. Nobody. I mean, I wasn't. I was like, dude, I've never freaking worn Reeboks. I'm not gonna wear that stuff. I'm kind of curious to see how Under Armour is gonna take play. Of course, I like it because Under Armour's always been for athletes. You know, rash guards, shorts. I mean, these fighters do train in them, you know. So them walking around with the shoes, I can see that. You know, it's just something that they can use for training and whatnot. Right. But I think they got a lot more pull when it comes to tennis shoes too, man. Because Reebok did, I don't know. I don't even think I've seen anybody wear Reebok did. I don't know. That's kind of weird, man. But yeah, man. But I mean, it's good for the promotion. It's good for the fighters. I'm not sure if it's gonna pay out differently for when it comes to the fighters, because I know Venom is doing their fight gear, their gloves and everything. So I don't know if this is gonna be more pay for them. If it is, then great. You know, I mean, I'm all for it, man. I mean, definitely get these guys paid more money. Now, let me ask you, bro, when it comes to, man, I mean, when it comes to gear, man, what are your go-to shoes, man? What are you comfortable wearing?
G-Nikes.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I mean, on these, I mean, are you like one of those collectors? You got a whole freaking closet full of them, or how does that go, man?
No, I get like 2 pairs and I wear them out, and you know, so I'm not really a big shoe guy, but I love me my G-Nikes, the original white and black, and the black and white.
And I mean, and I'm gonna ask you this because they're white, man. When it comes to mowing the lawn, bro, you gotta wear them or no?
Yeah, I wear them out quick, the white ones, but they're my favorite ones, man.
Yeah, no, yeah, dude. I've had shoes, man. Mine personally, man. I've always liked Converse because they're flat. Okay. I don't know. I used to skateboard with them, dude. So I always liked them when it comes to the ankle support. They were the high tops or whatnot. But you know, I had a pair. Actually, they'll probably still do it at home, man. But my kids were always like, Dad, you gotta let go, man. You gotta let them go, man, because they're freaking hanging on by a thread, bro. But it's just they're so comfortable, man. I'm like, you know what? I put new insoles on there and I'm good, man. Like, right. You know, it came to the point to where I used to walk downtown with my kids and take pictures. I take my camera, just capture, you know, take photos of them playing around. One day I forgot I had gone for a bike ride and I used to park by the library. And after I got off, I was like, I'm gonna grab my camera. I started walking, you know, taking pictures of the buildings and stuff. I was bored. And I see a guy standing there. He's like, hey, man, how's it going? We start talking, and he's like, hey. And he's like, man, where do you stay at, man? And I was like, well, I'm here in San Antonio, man. And he was like, oh, man. Well, yeah, but I mean, where are you staying at tonight, man? Like, you know. And I'm thinking, like, dude, this guy thought I was homeless, bro. Like, I looked at my feet, and I'm thinking, man, I gotta buy you shoes, bro. I didn't
catch it. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Dude, but it kind of caught me off guard. But he was like, yeah, dude, like, I stay out there, man. If you need somewhere to crash, you know. And I'm like thinking, like, nah, man, I'm good, bro. Like, I was like, yeah, I gotta get new shoes, man. Right. but like I said, dude, I mean, but when it comes to tennis shoes, man, they graduate. I mean, I wear them for work. I wear them at home. I wear them to, you know, by the time I get rid of them, they're yard shoes. You know, I freaking use them to clean the yard and do what I gotta do, man. But yeah, man. But Under Armour, I've never worn a pair of Under Armour shoes. No. I mean, I'm gonna look into it. I know Saucony for me, like when I used to go jogging and running, I like them because they're lightweight, you know, and they're comfortable, man. But yeah, man, I'm not really picky when it comes to shoes. As long as they're comfortable, man, I'm good with it, you know. I mean, what are you gonna do, bro? Now let me ask you, man, as far as San Antonio, man, I mean, of course we have Fury FC coming up. We have Texas Clash. It's right around the corner too, man. I know they sold out of their tables. The promoter, he had commented the other day. Well, he posted the other day, but that's a good thing, man. I mean, all they have is general admission. I'm hoping I'm going to be out there covering the fight. Texas Clash Wrestling, of course, they picked up a lot of more people from Corpus, bro. I'm actually hyped up about it, dude, because it's cash wrestling inside a cage, man. So it's gonna add a little zing. There's slams involved. I mean, it's just, they don't do the whole butt scoop, jiu-jitsu thing, man. But it is cash wrestling, so it's just, starts with stand up and takedowns and,
awesome.
and throws and whatnot, man. But they got Roger Narvaez, the former UFC fighter, on there. So I'm excited about that. A couple of people have been mentioned, just from people that I know, man. I mean, I know a lot of people, so it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good for the sport. I mean, it's another outlet, so fighters out there, man, if you're just sitting out doing nothing, man, jump in, get something going, dude. Now, let me ask you, bro, there was a grappling tournament the other day for Fury, not Fury Fighting, but it was for the other Fury promotion on UFC Fight Pass, and Cage Fighting Fury was what it was. But they did they had UFC fighters grappling, like top level, like jiu-jitsu guys. Cowboy Cerrone.
Yeah.
He ended up competing. He got submitted. Yeah, he got submitted, bro.
Neil Magny,
bro, también, dude. But it was interesting, man.
It is.
When it comes to, and I always tell people, and it goes both ways, man. Because you see a top level grappling guy, and you're thinking, oh man, but as soon as they jump in MMA, bro, they get knocked up. Because it's not the same. You can't work close guard. You can't. There's a lot of the game changes, man. But I always wonder how these fighters kind of like prepare for something like this, because if you got somebody in close guard and you're thinking, man, I'm gonna start dropping elbows, but you can't. So you gotta, it's gotta be hard, but. It was good, man. I mean, what do you think about a platform like that, man?
I think it's awesome, man, and it also gives the fighters another option too.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, like I said, if they're sitting out, I mean, why not, man? I mean, if you're not doing seminars, making money, appearances, making money, coming out on TMZ. No, I'm just joking. No, but I mean, if you're not out there doing something, man, you might as well, get your feet wet and just compete just to compete,
Or fighters like Cowboy that maybe are getting a little older, but they want to compete.
Exactly, bro. I will say this, man. There's a promotion out there, and it's legit. It's called Pillow Fighting Championship. That's more my take, dude. You just basically go in there and start swinging pillows, bro. But it's crazy, man. But outlets like that, bro. They got card jiu-jitsu. Have you seen that one?
Card jiu-jitsu, no.
Bro, you start off sitting side by side, buckled up. They say go, you get unbuckled, and you start grappling.
Wow.
There's no striking, but it's inside a freaking car, bro, and it's just. I mean, going for arm bars and shit. I mean, it's crazy, man. Look into that, man. I actually saw that and I was thinking, like, damn, dude, I'm claustrophobic, man. So I started freaking out because I'm like, dude, that's too tight, man. That's
right.
no room, But I mean, outlets like that, man. I mean, there's crazy ones out there. The Russians are out there fighting 5-on-5. I mean,
yeah.
They're gonna be fighting on top of a volcano next time. I'm pretty sure, man. It's crazy. But Khabib, man. I mean, we talked about this promotion. I mean, it's gonna happen in Florida. And have you seen the card? Have you seen that?
Just the main event.
Yeah, you seen it? I even told Aaron, man, I hate to say it, but it looks like a weak card. There's a lot of good fighters on there, man. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like a lot of fighters that have been fighting for like the past 10 years, but it is a good card, man. I like it for a lot of reasons, bro. One of them, it can either make them or break them. Somebody that hasn't fought in a while, maybe this is just rejuvenates them.
Right.
They start performing, fighting more. When it gets to that point, man, I guess a lot of them are already up there. They're in their late 30s, early 40s. I mean, nobody can say they can or cannot fight. I mean, of course, the state can, because if they can't, they don't pass their physical. But what are your thoughts on fighters that are at that age and fighting basically because they got money? They need money, bro.
Well, it sucks if they need the money, but I mean, you got your Randy Couture's, you got the light heavyweight champ right now, Glover. Yep. So, I mean, if you're feeling good and you want to do it and you pass the test, do it.
You see, and Glover's actually defending his title, man.
Right. Oh, that's going to be a killer fight. And unfortunately, I see him losing.
Oh, yeah. Don't say it, bro, but yes. I mean, his opponent...
I'm glad he tasted the title, though. No. What's his opponent's name again? The dude with the samurai dude?
Yes, sir. I forgot his name.
Me too.
But yeah, man. But he's a sharp dude, man. When it comes to strikes, man, and he's athletic, he's quick. If Glover can take him down and hold him and smother him, dude, then maybe. But you know, if he's not connecting, if he mounts him and he's not, you know, they're gonna stand it back up and it's gonna get ugly, bro.
It is.
But
we'll I'm glad he takes it the title though, man.
No, yeah, bro. That was well deserved, man. I mean, of course, the guy has been in the fight game for years, bro. I mean, he couldn't get a visa or something. I know he was supposed to be in the UFC years ago. No, yeah, you see, and that was one of the things, and a lot of fighters were like that, man. A lot of them, their visas wouldn't get renewed, you know, for some reason or another, man. But you know, it's just what COVID happened 2019, bro. I mean, it shut down everybody. And this is one of the things I had mentioned to Aaron, bro, because there's a buddy of mine. He's in Australia, and he's a tattooist. You know, he trains in MMA and jiu-jitsu. But one of his teammates, he was in the UFC, and he ended up leaving, like, getting out of his contract, dude, because of COVID. They weren't able to fly over, so they were sitting down for like over a year, bro. So he's fighting for a PFL now, man, for that $1 million check, you know. So. But I didn't think about that. I mean, COVID did put not just locally. I mean, people that they picked up outside the country, of course, you know, it sucks because a lot of them did sit down and just wait, you know.
Right.
But yeah, man. Let me ask you this, man. If you had an opportunity to travel anywhere in the world for a fight, for a big card, man, where would it be, man? Like, what country would you want to go see it at?
Oh, countries.
Yeah, like outside the U.S., man.
Okay.
Like, was there somewhere that you're like, you know what, go watch the fight and freaking go to the scenery, man?
I guess just Brazil, just because of the history, the tu amore. But usually I root against a Brazilian just because of that. So you know, but Brazil, I mean, you can't deny it, man.
You see, the same thing with me, bro. Like it would either have to be Brazil or Thailand. You know, somewhere exotic where a lot of the fight history kind of like, hey, you know, one of the things I have said before, man, was my. You know, not so much my goal, but I was just like, dude, if I were to ever go to the Coliseums, go out there, you know, in Europe, you know, and I was like, dude, I would love to go in there and fight somebody, bro. Just like the old day, I don't get rude, man, but you know what, go in there and freaking, just to say like, hey, I fought in the Coliseum, dude. I know Bellator MMA was supposed to be doing something like that. I don't know if it happened. And I'm gonna look into that, but I was just like, dude, that's, you know, it's history, man. It's a lot of history. I mean, of course, the U.S. We're not that old, man. The country itself is not that old, and I mean, all the battles and everything. You know, a lot of people died in San Antonio, just in general. You know, just throughout the wars. But for the fighters, bro, you know, I just thought, for me, like you said, it'd be cool because Brazil, it's a lot of freaking history out there. Of course, you know, Vale Tudo back in the day, you know, just starting off and bare knuckle originated from there, basically, dude. I mean, it's just not originated, but you know, it was real high in demand. But yeah, man. I mean. And then who would be in the main event? Say if you were to go to Brazil, man, who would you want to see? A Brazilian versus who?
American.
But who would it be, though?
Okay. Shit. Ooh, no, it's not American. I was going to say maybe a rematch, 2 divisions, to everything. But it'd be fun. A rematch with Aldo and Conor McGregor. But now, of course, nice. 135 and 170, you know. Yeah,
that would be, I wasn't even thinking about that, but that would be interesting. I mean, for him to get him out there. I know we had talked about fighters getting rejuvenated, man. Jose Aldo's
maybe meet at 155 or something, I don't know.
Aldo's he's a big dude at 145, man.
He is.
Yeah,
I never imagined him going at 135. No. If anything, and he's rejuvenated at 135, you know.
And I mean, that was a part of his dietitian, man. Talking about dietitians, dude, I'm supposed to bring a guy in hopefully Friday. I'm going to bring him in, and you know, he's actually sponsoring a lot of the fighters here, man. Your brother too, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. He's actually been the meal preps. Dude. He's been doing his own thing.
Wow. Okay.
But I'm hoping to bring him in Friday, dude. Like I said, I mean, Borrego. Hopefully he'll be coming in this week. Aaron Suarez, maybe, man. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it, man. The guy never brings breakfast, bro. Kind of disappointed, man. But yeah, man. But I mean, as far as the Fury fight, I mean, you're excited. You're looking forward to it.
Yes, sir.
And let me ask you this, bro. Any music? Have you guys been doing? I know you've been busy as hell, dude. But are you guys working on anything new?
I go to the studio every once a week or once every 2 weeks and just record. But I got like 3 or 4 tracks ready. They're edited, they're mastered, and everything. Oh, it's nice. Just my money's just going on other stuff, yeah. But yeah, I definitely got to do that.
And the studio, it's yours or it's your buddy's?
It's my buddy's. He trains out of USA too.
Oh, nice, bro. Yeah. Damn. And he sings himself, or?
Yeah, he raps and he sings.
Damn.
But he doesn't fight. He just does the jiu-jitsu tournaments. He's a cool dude.
That's interesting, man. Because I've noticed more and more. There's another fighter I've been talking to, man, and he just did the same thing. He just released some music, man. I'll post it on the page just so you can check it out after this. But you know, I mean, he's fighting here for the Fury card too, man, and. I think it's a great outlet, dude, because you guys, of course, you express yourself through music, man. I mean, the same thing with jiu-jitsu, with martial arts. I mean, it's just a self-expression. But, I mean, how far are you looking to get with this, man? What are you thinking? You go on tour or what? What's up?
No. I just love to tell my poetry, tell my stories, just kind of post them, and that's it. You know, my passion, I love music. Music is my side chick. And MMA is my wife, my lover, my passion, my meta.
Man, let me ask you this, bro. If you ever drop something like, well, I mean, I know you have, but put it on the cassette, man. I'll do my own little mixtape, dude. Put it in my truck, man. I actually got a cassette player in one of my trucks too, man. Every once in a while, I'll freaking throw a cassette in there and freaking get rocking, dude.
Do you know a couple of the guys? Well, obviously you have to know a couple of them. Do you know pretty much all the guys that train here?
Yep.
I'm gonna interview a Mr. I want to get his name right. From here next Sunday. I think it's Mr. David Fuente. David H. Fuente.
Oh yeah, big dude.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Yeah, man, he's out there stealing my memes, bro. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to have my lawyer call him and shit. Be like, what's up now? No, he's actually all these guys are on there, man. They're all, you know, I've had them here before for an episode. And, you know, one of the things I think with everybody, man, is their upbringing and what they come from, man. A lot of them come from sports. A lot of them come from, you know, single family homes. But, you know, it's just jiu-jitsu kind of like fills in that gap, you know, and it is like a family, man. I mean, the people that are in here, of course, they come in and, you know, they spend time with people, you know, and it's just, I guess something about coming in and punching somebody in the face and getting punched back that kind of like, hey, you know what, kind of humbles you, man. You go home in peace, man. So if that's what it is for these guys, need to go home and go to sleep at night, man, by all means. But yeah, man, I'm glad, dude. You're gonna interview him where?
At the crib, with the background.
Oh, okay, sweet, man. He's a big dude, man. You better clear up some space, man. Cause
at least I know he's not gonna be cold, man. You know?
Oh, there you go, man. Tell him, bring him a soda or something. No, right. They're good people, man. Everybody out here, I mean, I've been meeting. We were talking about Kim Velasquez being shy and kind of. I'm the same way, dude. I mean, I kind of like to sit in the back and just freaking, you know, take photos. Yeah, they just chill out, dude. Like, I'm not real big on being social, man. Unfortunately, I know that's kind of odd, but yeah, bro. But I mean, as far as after Fury FC, man, I mean, can we see you getting back into writing? I know you haven't written for the other promotion. I mean, the other media outlet.
Yes, honestly, I'm kind of losing my attention for that, and I'm gonna concentrate more on what we were talking about.
No, for sure, man. And
the blog, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, and we talked about it before, man. I mean, it's no disrespect to nobody or anybody, but it's just, you know, if you're gonna sponsor somebody or if you're gonna put time and effort into something, do it for yourself, man.
Right.
You know, because I mean, at the end of the day, you know, shit. I mean, you know, I mean, we talked about sponsorships and we talked about getting sponsors and we talked about, you know, just money in general, man. I mean, for the sport itself, man, there's no money in it. I mean, there's money to be made and there's money to be paid, but it's just, if you're looking to get rich quick, man, it ain't gonna happen, dude. And I know, like, from experience from past fights, man, they get sponsors and they ask for a lot, and after that they don't get sponsored no more, dude, because they don't do anything for them, you know. And it's just, I mean, big businesses, of course, you know, like we talked, dude. I mean, of course, they want their logo out there, they want their name dropped, they want their, you know. They want to get a couple of followers, you know, and make some money, of course, too, man. Because if they make money, we make money. I mean, that's how it goes, right? Now, let me ask you, bro. The hats, man. Are you gonna be making hats?
That's a good idea.
For MMA-IS-LIFE, bro. And actually, that's one of the things, even with the fighters, man. I mean, a lot of them, they have their own businesses. They have their own projects. And I'm always saying, if you're doing something and you're looking for sponsors, man, put your company logo on yourself.
Right.
You know, I mean, might as well put your business out there too, man. Because after the fight, you know, you're gonna have to keep working, right?
Like Conor McGregor, man, we see the proper 12 in the octagon.
Oh yes, bro. And the same thing with Poirier, man. I mean, he's out there with his hot sauce, you know. I mean, but that's smart, dude, because I mean, you know, it's a good opportunity, man. And it's like I tell people, man, if you get that opportunity to be in front of millions, and I mean, well, why not? Why not say, oh, and by the way, you know, go to my YouTube channel. Oh, by the way, go to my website. You know, it's just a quick plug-in, but I mean, you know, it's going to bring you people back. It's going to get you a following. And that's kind of one of the things. I know a lot more fighters are doing it now, man, but a lot of them aren't. And I'm like, dude, they're in that position where they can literally say anything and people eat it. You know, like, hey, go buy my shirt and boom. You know, there you go, man. You get some traffic and you get some, you know, a little bit of coin. But yeah, man, I mean, of course, I mean, they can't see it right now, but I mean, Aaron has shared our Takedowns and Tacos t-shirt, man.
Man, I love it, yeah.
Yeah, bro, and it's just like, you know what, dude, I mean, why not, bro? There are a few novelty shirts. I got the next one, the next logo dropping Monday, so I'm going to have another shirt pre-order. I'll probably wait like 2 weeks again, but I'm just going to make them as I go, man. I mean, I don't expect to make millions out of this, but I mean, it's just something to put out there, and it is under our sister company, the FightLabel.com.
Okay.
So it's in-house, so of course, everything comes back to the podcast, dude. I mean, of course, we're here trying to travel too, man. I mean, you know, we got some people lined up, fights lined up. We're going to be hitting up pretty soon, but yeah, man. I mean, anything else you want to add, bro, before we wrap this up?
Oh, sir, man. I got to express a lot of stuff, a lot of cool stuff that I'm doing in the future, and I'm good.
No, and of course, for those watching, man. I mean, MMA-IS-LIFE. You know, that is your group. So if you're not on there, man, join up, because you are going to be dropping a couple of write-ups and stories, and of course all your projects, right? That's where they go.
Yes, sir.
And of course you're going to be working on that website, right? The blog coming out, dude.
Definitely.
My man. Hey, bro, thank you, man. Of course, I mean, we didn't get to bring you in last week, but it's always great to bring you in during the week, man. I mean, I do appreciate your time. MMA-IS-LIFE, dude. I mean, I've been following you for a minute, dude. I mean, of course, you know, I'm on there, and it's good being local, and like I told you before, man, and it's nothing personal when it comes to other media outlets, but I tend not to follow a lot of people, and it's not because of you know, hate or anything, but it's just I if I come up with something, I want it to be my own. You know, there's a lot of good ideas out there, and I see them later, and I'm like, damn, I wanted to do that, or I wanted to do this, but if I do something on this later on, man, it is going to be something I wanted to do, and then I got a couple of projects coming up. But yeah, man, but I mean, I do follow your page, or your group page, and looking forward to more of your stuff, man. I mean, of course, you know, you're always a pleasure, bro. Thank you for coming by.
Thank you.
Everybody out there, this is the Fight Card Podcast with John Noriega, MMA-IS-LIFE. Until next time, follow up, subscribe.